This is going to be worse than usual, so I apologize in advance. That's a pretty poor ellipse, but it'll get you started. Okay. Ellipses have some, so a circle has a radius and a center. We have to expand that in an ellipse to include a lot more points because it's a different shape. We still have a center. Okay. But we also have those. One of those is called a focus. Yeah, and then plurally, foci. It's one of those weird English words that doesn't follow the rules. Foci. Okay. The foci determine you are bad. Really, really bad. Okay, these here. One is a vertex. Do you remember plural vertex? Vertices. Okay, which axis is longer? Right, on this one it is, but we can go up and down. But this is called the major axis. And the other one will be called the minor axis. And again, we can move this to vertical as well. Okay, so all these determine the formula. So in the formula, here's the formula. Look kind of like the circle formula. Some kind of. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that. This is A. B is this distance. Okay, so A and B are determined by half of the length of an axis. So A is half the major axis and B is half the minor axis.
Wait, so it's A the whole? Okay, never mind. I see what you're talking about.
Okay, and then C is that distance there from the center of the focus. You can relate those. And then the center is still H and K. Well, that should do it. to look at this specifically.
That's what
It's supposed to be
9 squared.
Okay, graph ellipse. So what's the center?
3.
Okay. Now A, B, and C are where? A is not 3.
A is 9. Is it 9? Why isn't it? Is that root 9?
I didn't give you a piece of information you might want to know. A is always the larger of the two numbers.
So A is 5 and B is 3.
So A is going to be the square root of 25 or 5. Okay, what does that tell us about this ellipse? Vertical or horizontal?
Horizontal.
It's vertical because the larger number's with the y. Okay, so that gives us a vertical slant. And then B is the square root of 9. Okay. And then C, the formula that I told you existed is this one.
So 2. So it could be
That's just 9. C squared is 16. Is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
What did you?
Where did I get what?
I just didn't know how to.
Yeah, this is the formula that governs A, B, and C in the relationship. Okay, so take A squared is 25, B squared is 9, subtract E is 16, squared is 16 is 1. Okay. This is a vertical. A is the major axis length, correct? So 1, 2, 3, 5. Vertices. B is 3. So A is your major axis. Pretty sure that doesn't look like that. A half major axis. Half of minor axis. Okay. C is the distance. There. Center to close out. This point. Helix. Okay. Party time. Here I thought it was boring in here. Okay, you're going to have to identify all these points. What's that vertex?
Yeah.
This one's -4. About here. It's nice because the y values match here and the x is here. Your center -4, 3. Okay, and then the foci -4, -1, and -4. It does make it easier, although my major axis points all have the same x. In this case, sometimes it's the same y value, but here you go. Okay, that's graphing an ellipse. Now, if I gave you an ellipse, could you generate the equation? I'll draw one up here. Are you okay with that? All right, thanks for saying yes, sir, even though I don't know if it's true.
Yes.
What's the equation of that ellipse? Do you know where to start? Yeah. Okay, good start. Center. Go ahead. I'm not going to spoon feed you this one. Wait till this video when I actually start throwing daggers at him.
Ooh.
It's going to be fun.
Jerry, go to school.
The snow's really deep. Look at Jerry go.
Yeah, isn't there like 7 feet up there right now? That's what Jerry's on. I get my snowshoe just so this doesn't happen. Jerry. They'll still throw you in the snow.
Center. Found the value for A and B.
Well, A would be,
Remember, A is the major axis, half of it.
A would be 2.
Okay. And start plugging that information into your equation.
oh yeah, no, wait.
See, I don't get them. The negative is on the rest. It's like this one.
You use flip side 0, 0, you could do plus 0.
You got it? You can try it?
Huh?
Well done.
Did I get it?
You will be.
The center?
I just see it.
Oh, you're right, it is. I just asked Dylan, he said it was 0. I don't know how you...
Okay, well, that's
Jerry, did you get it?
No.
I think
Why not?
Yeah, fuse.
it was...
I got it.
What's the value for A?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
A is half the major axis. What's the value for A? Okay. Christian, what's the value for B? Half the minor?
Yep, I knew it.
Okay. And Dylan, what's the center?
0, 3.
Okay, so what's the equation?
X plus 0 over 4. For x squared.
How is that square?
And plus x squared minus 3. Or y. What? Oh, I'm confused.
You don't have to put the plus 0.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
There you go.
I was close.
It's a 0, you don't have to write, we don't even have to write that 1, but just because it is an ellipse, it makes it easier. Just to see it.
The plus 0 was not taken. So the plus 0 is still correct.
You can put 0 in there, I don't care. What would happen if A and B were both 1?
It would just be a circle.
It'd be a circle.
It'd be a circle, you got it. All right. That's as far as I need to go today.
Thank you.
Oh, it was so, it was
Have any
such
questions?
great work to do that.
There's just some information in there. You just have to know how to pull it out.
Christian, was that hard for you?
Hard as in it was painful, or hard as in it's difficult math?
Yes.
Yeah. Both? That sucks.
Oh, no, I just need to learn how to draft it.
Good.
Baseball was pretty.
Scaring your mouth.
I was cleaning the table, I didn't even leave my fingers.
We'll check this tomorrow.
What's a warm fight we get?
Plan is to give you classwork while I'm gone, but nothing else. Okay, but that depends on how hard you work in class as to whether or not you have any homework on while I'm gone. Okay, so we'll check this tomorrow. Hopefully, you'll get your classwork done while I'm gone, and you will not have any homework for the rest of the week. Okay. 58 is a question with degrees, but it's seconds. One of these days, I'm just going to teach people how to do that. Here's the decimal form.
Friday, I'll keep going all day. Next Friday, not this Friday.
Oh,